Hey there, this is an extremely hot and sweaty Dax Moy coming to you from the absolutely gorgeous and stunningly beautiful Bang Tao Beach here in Phuket, Thailand, where I'm on vacation with my family. But I just wanted to take a couple of minutes out today to talk to you about some emails that I've been getting from some of my readers who've been asking me, they've been pretty much saying to me that they love all the idea of this personal trainer success stuff and they really want it to happen for them, but they just can't get past the initial struggles, the very simple struggles that most personal trainers find themselves in. The number one is, which is quite simply, how do I get more clients? Most personal trainers are in a position where they don't have nearly enough appointments, where they don't have nearly enough income coming in from those appointments, and they quite simply want to know how they go about getting more appointments, how they go about actually getting themselves busy. Now, in a later video, I'm going to speak to you about why maybe that's not the absolute best way for you to build your business, why measuring your effectiveness as a coach by the number of appointments you do may not be the best measure. But for now, I'm going to kind of do my best to answer your question. The question is then, how do I get busier? How do I find more clients? Well, look, guys, this is a really simple one. First off, you go to your existing client base. Okay, your existing client base are quite simply your acres of diamonds. They're the jewels that are going to help you find more of the people that you're looking for. Why is that? Well, quite simply because you've already found these people. They're exactly the people that you want. They're exactly the people that you want more of. And it's very likely that they know people that are exactly like them. Okay, it doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure that out, okay? So they know people that are like them, they know people that have the same interests, usually are in the same income kind of brackets, live in the same geographical locations and so on and so forth. If they know people like that, then it doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure out that those should be the very first people that you speak to in order to say, hey, Mrs. Jones, do you know anybody who would be really interested in my business? Who would be really interested in getting some absolutely great results from working with a personal trainer just like you are. Now, a lot of personal trainers, they tell me that they ask people for referrals all the time. But when it really comes down to it, when I talk to them, even some of my own coaches in my own studios, I find that they ask people every once in a while. They make mention of it every 2-3 months, or when their diaries are getting a little bit quiet and they say to themselves, well, maybe I should really ask for a referral here. That's not how it works. You've got to ask on a daily basis. Every single time you see your clients, you need to find another way of saying, hey, do you know someone who would be really good for my business? Who I would be really good for them also. Okay, because look, it's kind of like a numbers game. If you're only asking once every 3 months, then you've got 4 chances per year with every client to actually make a hit. That's not very good odds. If you're seeing a client twice a week, and that means they're coming to you 8 times a month, that means you've got 96 chances per year just from verbal asks alone. Okay, so I ask you this: what gives you the better odds of getting a hit, of getting a referral? Is it asking 4 times, or is it asking 96 times across the course of the year? Okay, you've got to admit that asking 96 times is going to stand you in much greater chance of getting those referrals. But look, it doesn't have to mean getting in your client's face every time they come and say, hey, who have you got for me, who have you got for me, who have you got for me? That very rarely works. Okay, but asking in roundabout ways, asking in ways that, sometimes you might be direct. Hey, I'm getting a bit quiet at the moment, I could do this in business. Do you know anyone who wants to come and work with me? You might ask in an indirect way, like say, hey, you're doing so well at the moment from training, do you know anybody else who's interested in getting the same kind of results that you're getting? Or when a client tells you that they've recently had friends or family talking to them about how great they're looking, you can say, hey, why don't you bring them in for a free taster session, or come in and join in a session with you next time you come in for a session with me. It doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure out that if you ask in roundabout ways, in a very regular and frequent manner, you're going to eventually get some people to refer to you. So that's the number 1 thing. Ask for referrals. Now remember, if you're going to ask for referrals, you've got to earn them first. If you've got, Mrs. Jones has just joined with you today, she's not had any amazing experiences with you, she's not gotten any great results yet, she's very unlikely to refer. Okay. However, if you're 2 weeks into training and she says, wow, I can't believe how much I've changed in just 2 weeks, now is the time to actually ask for the referral. Now is the time to say, oh, I'm really glad you're pleased. And as you know, I'm trying to build my business at the moment, I'm trying to get busier. Do you know anybody else who's kind of, been like you, was stuck and couldn't move on to the next level? Okay, asking them at the point where they're on a high is a really good way to do this, guys. You've got to ask frequently, you've got to ask in lots of different ways, you've got to earn that ask, and you've got to think about lots of different ways that you can reward the asking for that referral. Think about lots of different ways you can reward it. It might be with a massage session if you're a massage therapist or you work with one, it might be some free sessions, it might be cash, it might be book tokens, it might be any number of things, but think about ways that you can reward the ask. Now, personally, I find that a lot of my clients neither want nor need the reward. But in the early stage of my business, lots of clients, I'd buy them books, I'd give them a freebie massage, I'd give them free nutritional planners and all kinds of things, just to make them feel that there was something in it for the referral. As I said, in the stage of my business now, my personal clients don't really feel the need for the reward, they just refer anyway. Okay, but this is something really important to do. If you get out in front of your clients on a regular basis, ask them for referrals, ask them for a referral every single time you see them for the next 30 days, every single time you see them, I guarantee by the end of 30 days, your client will have referred you at least one person. Now, if you've got a client base of 10, 15, 20 clients at the moment, and you ask each one of those, whether they can refer you, and you ask each one of those people every time you see them, you're going to end up with 10, 15, 20 new clients on your books by the end of a month. Okay, this is really worth doing. If you've been going through it in the old-fashioned way of asking 1, 2, 3 times per year for referrals, and usually only when you're desperate, I guarantee that putting in the ask every time strategy into play, you're going to make a huge difference to your business. This has been Dax Moy, Bangtail Beach, Thailand, coming to you with another fitness marketing made simple coaching tip. Speak to you real soon.